You think you something and you nothing. You deceiving your own self. That's why the Most High say he is a poor man that's prideful. And pride is hateful before man and the Most High. That's when you depart from the Most High. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. You know what Paul just said? He said he planted another water, right? So he said, he that planted is nothing, he that watered is nothing. But the Most High gives the increase. Give all the praise to the Most High, not man. Verse 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden. See? Every last one of us is going to bear our own burden for what we've done in these mortal bodies. There's a reward or there's a payback. A recompense. You're going to get it one way or another. Now Colossians 3 and 25. But he that doeth wrong, you that break the laws, that's commandments of the Most High, shall receive for the wrong which ye have done. That's judgment, people. You're going to receive for the wrong that you have done. And there is no respect of persons. He told us that once, now he's telling us again. There's no respect of persons. Most High don't, and that's how you got to really look at it, because people think that you're supposed to have certain partiality to them because they get a chance to know you, but the Most High don't have any favoritism. Ain't no favoritism in this. Because you know someone, oh, you supposed to have a past. Ain't no past when it comes down to, thus said the Most High. And how we should be when the book is closed. Because we reading it now to learn how to be, how to act when the book is closed. So when the book is closed, now all of a sudden, you become this great orator or whoever you think you are. When you sit there learning, but now you done surpass, or the teacher becomes nothing. Once the book is closed, you become less than the people that are nothing, that don't know nothing. No, most of that's why I say you have no respect to person. So you can't have no respect to person either. Ain't no favoritism in this. We all on the same page, trying to make it where? To the kingdom, point blank. It's going to be thus said the Most High, or step on it. Keep it moving. Have loyalty to the Most High. Hebrews, 10th chapter. Hebrews 10. How you going to be, if you think Mashiach Shai wasn't like this, you better understand you don't know him then. Hebrews 10, because the New Testament is just showing us how to follow what it was that he gave us, the law and the prophets. Hebrews 10, let's look at verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You what it said? It's a fearful thing. I mean, what? You're supposed to be scared to fall into the hands of the living power. What do you say? Verse 30. For we know him that hath said, the Most High, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense. I'm going to get him. Said the Most High. And again, the Most High shall judge his people. So we dealing with judgment of the Most High. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Warning you. He judging his people who are the Israelites. He's telling you that it's a fearful thing to fall into his hands. But call to remembrance. To remember the former days in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions. See, possibly, which ye were made a gazing stock. People looking at you like you're strange because you're wearing fringes and a ribbon of blue or robes and so forth, but by reproaches, both by reproaches, disgracing, people talking about you bad, and afflictions, going through all kind of afflictions, being dipped in a fiery furnace of affliction, tribulation, and partly was ye became companions of them that were so used. You become companions with those that's been in the truth and used to the same affliction and going through the same mockery and all the things that people have to say that you've been through. See? So this is very important. Now jump up to verse 26. Hebrews 10 and 26. Where we sin willfully, you know what you're doing is wrong. You learn the truth. There's no excuse. Remember, it's inexcusable, man. Because if you don't know, you're supposed to ask, seek out, and answer. Or what's right, according to the Most High's word. Listen. Where we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, you know what's right, you know the laws. You can go to going over the laws. I'm going over the laws. Priest Thaahwam, Thaahwam, I'm going over the laws. Going over the laws. Just type that in YouTube and that'll come up. You review the laws. So there's no excuse. Inexcusable, man. It says what? For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Mashiach Shai not going to the Most High on your behalf. So he's not going to do it. No matter how you look at it, however you want it to be, there's no more going to the Most High on your behalf. That's like, you know you're going to do wrong. And that's how it was. That's why the Most High said he could care less about sacrificing animals. He wants to be obedient. So now you got a Mashiach Shai going back and forth to the Most High on your behalf, and you keep doing the same thing. Look at Hebrews 10 and start at verse 3. It says, but in those sacrifices that we sacrificed animals for, or whatever it was, turtle doves or whatever, there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible, listen to this closely, for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. See, all this was dealing with what you see in verse 1, for the law having a shadow of good things, talking about the law of sacrifice, that was done away with. That's the only law that we're not under. Our bodies now have to be a living sacrifice as the Israelites. For the law having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offer year by year on the Day of Atonement, continually make the comers thereof perfect. See? Verse 4. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and goats should take away sins. Wherefore when he cometh into the world, he said, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. Mashiach Yahushua. See? His precious blood was shed, and he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. So that's why we got to do what's right. Continue to, as it says in verse 27, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment, but a certain fearful, meaning scared, afraid, looking for of judgment and fiery indignation. You hear that? Fiery indignation. You're going to burn this place up, and a whole lot of people with it. Fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. Who the adversaries? The enemies. He that despiseth Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Yeah. You didn't want to listen to the law of the Most High? You died without mercy. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. You got what you deserve. Under 2 or 3 witnesses, it says. Of how much sore punishment, suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy, who have trodden underfoot the Son of the Most High, and have counted the blood of the covenant, wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and have done despite unto the spirit of grace. You know, grace is getting something that you don't deserve. You insulting the grace. That's what it's talking about. For we know him that have said, vengeance belongeth unto me. So he's going to get you. That's what he's telling you. Vengeance belongs to the Most High. He's going to get you. He said, I'm going to get you. I will repent. There it is. I will repent. I'm going to get you. Said the Most High. And again, the Most High shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. It's a fearful thing. The Most High said, hey, I will melt you. But you don't believe it until that fire started. Like what you say, fiery indignation come upon you. Then you're going to wake up. It's too late then, though, people. It's too late. Go to Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12. And let's look at verse 25. Hebrews 12:25. See that ye refuse not him that speaketh. For if they escaped not who refused him that spake on earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven. You know? And he's speaking through the men that he called him to speak to his chosen people, the children of Israel. And this word, yet once more, signified the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain. Wherefore we receive in a kingdom which cannot be moved. You know? Once the Most High bring forth New Jerusalem, and we receive the kingdom of everlasting life, it cannot be moved forever and ever and ever. Isn't that worth it? To try and work toward? Let us have grace, whereby we may serve the Most High acceptably with reverence and righteous fear. Hear that? With reverence, serve the Most High acceptably with reverence, reverencing the Most High, giving him all the praise and glory, and righteous fear. Righteous fear. Being afraid of him when you think you're not doing right. You're not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Fear him. That's why it says, for our power, he's still here to warn you. Our power is a consuming fire. So I say, he said, I'll melt you. Because he's a consuming fire. He's fire from the waist up and from the waist down. He's a consuming fire. Look at James, the 2nd chapter. Look at James 2. And verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. For he shall have judgment without mercy. You know what that means? That whatever you desire, and you're going to do however you want to do it in these mortal bodies, and you go against the Most High's law, statutes, commandments, when he come to judge, he said, I'm to judge. You're going to judge according to the righteousness of the Most High. And then what you deserve, you're going to get. Because mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. So you're going to judge without mercy. You're going to get what you deserve. We all going to get what we deserve. You understand that? Understand that point. You what it said? James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy, You have not shown no mercy to our people. You all hardcore, treat them like crap. Never, always looking for a judgment to judge our people, bring them down. Instead of lifting them up, you can bring them down, you gotta lift them back up. Some kind of way you gotta find some medium to be able to have our people so they can be able to look at learning more, learning it, living it, and applying it in life. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment. You see? Not getting something you deserve, gonna be happy that the Most High allow you not to get what you deserve when he judge. But he gonna get those that have no mercy. You have no mercy for his people? Oh yeah, you gonna get it. That's to everyone. Everyone. You don't have no mercy. Therefore, when it comes down to your judgment, ain't no mercy will be given to you. You're gonna have no mercy on those that have no mercy. Better understand. Go to 1 Peter's first chapter. Look at 1 Peter 1 and 13. Say, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, the way you think. Be sober. Don't be no drunkard. Be focused on this word and hope. That's your faith to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of a Mashiach Yahushai. Getting something you don't deserve. He's going to forgive our sins. The Israelites, as obedient children, keeping the laws of the Most High. Not fashion yourself according to the former lust in your ignorance. Not fashion yourself as the old man in the former lust in your ignorance, not knowing the truth, not knowing what's right, not knowing how to be obedient. But as he which have called you is holy, he that have called all of us as Israelites is holy, pure, and true, and righteous. So be ye holy in all manner of conversation. So we've got to be righteous, pure, and honest, and true in all our conversation. But if you don't want to hear nothing that pertains to the truth, then you wicked. People like that is wicked. And that's being written in the books against you. Especially you that don't know. And you're too prideful to ask anything to better yourself. That's really bad. That's when you depart from the Most High. You ain't with the Most High. And that's sin. Verse 15. But as he which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy. This from the Most High, it ain't from me. Just be ye holy. All of us got to be holy. For I am holy. That's the Most High. So be ye holy, for I am holy. That's why you got to change from that old man to the new man. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. And if you call on the Father, who without respect the person, it's read, he don't have to respect the person 3 times. Judges according to every man's work. He's going to judge according to every man's work, what you have done in these mortal bodies. Pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. It can't get no clearer than that. It say, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. Don't talk about no joy and happiness and living it up. It's in fear. You can have a good time, but you still got to have this fear. Because the angels before the Most High, trembling. And how we going to receive? He said the righteous scarcely going to be saved. He says you get your salvation through what? Fear and trembling. It said, for as much, verse 18, for as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold from your vain conversation, received by tradition from your fathers, traditions of men, thinking that money gonna get you there. Nah, you not gonna be redeemed with corruptible things, but with the precious blood of a Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. That's how we redeem back to the Most High, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, without sin, being an example for us to let us know that it can be done. All you that say it can't be done, you wicked, you evil. And to hear other people say that coming from you, you making them wicked and evil and sinful. When he came to be an example to show us it can be done. Who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. See, people you don't know anything about Mashiach Shai, the beginning of the creation of the Most High, as a spirit, then that scripture right there don't mean anything to you. Because you don't see him except for when he came in the flesh. When he come in the volume of the book, it's written of him. He was there in the beginning. And a lot of us as Israelites know this, but next thing you know, he's finished. Once you go to Genesis 1:26, let us go down and make man in our image and our likeness. After that, he's done. Finished. You go to Exodus, where's he at there? I'm talking about the Mashiach Yahushua. You know as well as I do. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and earth. Most High created everything by Mashiach Yahushua. But then he disappeared after Genesis 1:26. Come on. Better think again. And understand what it's saying here. Whom by him do believe in the Most High that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in the Most High. See? Verse 20. Who verily, truly, was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. That's why I say he's a mystery. That's why when you look at Ephesians 3 and 9, Ephesians 3 and 9, you see about this mystery. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, something that's not known, which from the beginning, going to Genesis 1 and 1, of the world, have been hid in the Most High, who created all things by Mashiach Yahushua. It's right there. So what happened to him after that? Most people don't know, don't even consider him as a spirit, as an angel. Some people don't believe in angels, but who's that came to most of the prophets? It had to be a spirit. It make your spirits angels. It's angel spirits. Come on. Some people have not seen the invisible. Therefore, when the invisible become visible, you're going to flip out. Some have already. I guess that's why he said, there'll be signs and wonders in the earth, that it was so, will fool the very elect. Look at 2 Peter 2 and 20. 2 Peter 2 and 20. For if it's a condition, after they have escaped pollutions of the world through the knowledge of our power and Savior, Mashiach Yahushua, they are again entangled therein. You done escaped the pollutions of the world, and now you will go back to the pollutions of the world, as many have. They are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. So, however it was before you started to learn the truth, and you denounced the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, by going out back in the world, going back to whatever it is that you were dealing with before, in ignorance, not knowing, like religions and so forth. And I challenge you because you handle the Bible, so they say, I don't know. Handle the Bible about this, that, whatever. I don't know. They can't bring no lessons to you. They can't bring no precepts to you concerning, this is a book of life. About life matters. You go backwards, it says, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. That's serious, people. I mean, that is something to make you think. At least it made me think. I gotta keep going in this. I can't stop. I gotta keep that zeal. That first love. Keep you moving. Keep you motivated. When nobody take your faith away. And you doing what's right according to the law, such commandments of the Most High. Go to Matthew the 12th chapter. Hold that. It's Matthew the 12th chapter. It says your latter end gonna be worse than it was before you start learning the truth. And if you're in the truth, you're doing wickedness, then you're gonna be dealt with many stripes too. So Matthew 12 and 45. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. So when you come to the truth, yeah, spirit goes out of you. You're cleaning yourself up through the word. You're rocking around and findeth none. No place to be. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out. Because you done went back into the world. You done went back into his world, invited him back. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That's how the Most High can beat you with many stripes too. By what you see here, what you gonna hear here. Then he said, I will return into my house, as your body, from whence I came out. And when he come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. You ain't in the word no more. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. And if you that's supposed to know what you're supposed to do ain't doing it, you can find this happen to you too. Because you swept, you empty, swept, and garnished without what? The word of the Most High ain't in you no more. The Spirit of the Most High done left you. So we find it what? Empty, swept, and garnished. This is what he do. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. So he go get a complete number of spirits. 7 is the number of completion. Remember, Legion had what? 2,000 spirits. So he take within himself and go get 7, a complete number of spirits worse than himself. More wicked than himself, it says. And he entered in, and they entered in. How many it take? Like I'm telling you, Legion was 2,000 spirits that ran down the hill and went into them halls. Most High, through a Mashiach Yahushua, had them drown in that lake. Because Most High showing you the Most High don't care about no pig. That's abomination. And that was somebody's money. But the Mashiach Yahushua killed them all. Had them spirits go right into them halls and run down that hill and die in the lake. This then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. See? So your latter end gonna be worse than it was before you was introduced to the truth. So I say you've been hoodwinked. Markham said you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran them up, Shanghai into something that is a lifetime. It's a life culture. It's a way of life that if you follow it to the end, you're gonna be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. So going back to 2 Peter 2:20, it says, for if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the power, the Master and Savior of Mashiach Yahushua, they are again entangled therein. You're going to go back to the pollutions of the world and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. Let you know that spirit came out of you and you were cleaned up with the word. Going to get a complete number of spirits. 7 is the number of completion. And inner end, and your worst end going to be worse than it was before you just had that one spirit. You get a complete, that's why people bug out. They be off. They thinking they on point. They be off as up. Spiritually. Listen, for it have been better for them not to have known the knowledge, the way of righteousness. Know the way of righteousness. What's righteousness? Deuteronomy 6:25 is keeping of the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. It'd been better for them not to know the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, which is righteousness, than after they have known it, to then turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. Going back to Proverbs. The dog is turned to his own vomit again. He call you a dog. And that was a name that they used pertaining to the Gentiles because of profaneness and homosexuality. He said a dog is turned to his own vomit again. Again. Meaning you went back. Only you know it's going to be worse than it was before you started to learn the truth. The law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. He said the dog has gone back into his own vomit, and the soul, the nasty, filthy, McNasty pig that was washed, that was cleaned up, call you a pig now. Call you a dog first, now he call you a nasty, filthy, McNasty pig, hog. So, that was washed to her waddling in the myrrh, waddling in the slop. You got to eat out of it. From wherever your feces and everything go, you're going to eat those, throw everything in that, and you eating out of that. Yeah, nasty. So that's how he comparing you to a dog, then a nasty, filthy, McNasty pig. Ugh. Don't let it befall you, people. Look at 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach Yahushua, that every one may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. See that? So everybody gonna have to receive what did you have done in these bodies, whether it was good or bad. That's why verse 11 says, knowing therefore the terror of a Mashiach Yahushua. Terror of a Mashiach Yahushua. We persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and our trust also are made manifest in your consciousness, the way you think. Verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in a Mashiach, or by Shem Mashiach Yahushua, rolling in the name of the Lord and Savior, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Become that new man. Behold, all things are become new. So that's why I say you got to change. You got to be born again to be a new creature. living righteously in the eyes of the Most High. Let your light shine before men. They will see that you are a changed man and you're living to make it to the kingdom. Look at Second Timothy, the 4th chapter. Look at what Paul is saying in 2 Timothy 4 and 6. He said, "For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." So it's time for him to go. He said he fought the good fight. He said he finished his course, his mission. He said, "I've kept the faith." He didn't deviate from the faith. "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Most High, while Mashiach Shai, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. Do thy diligence to come surely unto me." So, this is what's promised. He understood what's promised. They hung him upside down, crucified him upside down. But he knew what was promised. He didn't lose the faith through it all. That's what we have to do. We have to remember these are examples. Look at Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and 18. We got to endure until the end. And then we can see most plenteousness. Revelation 11 and verse 18. "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come." See, the nations, these other nations, going to be angry, and the wrath of the Most High has come. Judgment, people. "And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints." That's the children of Israel. Servants are the children of Israel. We define the saints as the children of Israel. "And them that fear thy name." And them that fear thy name. That's afraid, that's scared of thy name. See, it's amazing how I ask brothers and sisters, what does fear mean? Come on, with all these explanations, then I ask the young child, young brother, what's fear mean? To be angry? To be scared? To be scared? To be afraid? And they all hear it and say, yeah, that's right, that is right. But when you open up the Bible, all of a sudden it means something different. Did it again. Still came with all these different explanations. Like he never said it before. So tell him, what does fear mean? He said, hey, to be scared, to be afraid. That's what I say. Most I speak once, yea twice, man perceived it not. It says, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. He's going to destroy them that destroy the earth. The waster. You know, the air is polluted. Food is polluted. Water is polluted. People's minds are polluted through lies and deceit. Atmosphere got a big hole in it. I mean, you name it, they destroying the earth. Look at the earth. You can't plant farmland that used to be plentiful. Can't grow nothing on it. Because the insecticides that they put on the crops to kill the bugs went into the ground. They got to get stronger and stronger because the bugs got tolerance to it. Became stronger, so we had to get stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where, hey, it's going in the ground. You can't grow nothing in it. Most say they're not following the laws of the Most High, so you're supposed to let it rest. 7 years, let it rest. They ain't never let it rest. They just grow, as it is today. Now they're going into the labs, genetically processing, Monsanto's coming up with their own seeds. Look at how watermelon tastes. Even watermelon with the seeds don't taste good as they're supposed to taste. They're controlling everything. That's why it says, and should have destroyed them which destroyed the earth. See? So, can't get around it, it's going to happen. Revelation 22 and 12. Revelation 22 and 12. Last book of the Bible. And behold, I come quickly. It's Mashiach Abishai. It said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Hear what he say? He coming quickly, when the Most High ordains when he comes. When he say, rise, Mashiach Abishai. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Will give every man according to as his work shall be. Say, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments. For all you pork chop eating preachers out there that say we ain't got to follow the commandments, this is what he say. Blessed are, this is the last book of the Bible. This is the last thing he's telling us. The last words of who you're supposed to believe in, Mashiach Yahushua, who you call Jesus Christ. He said, blessed are they that do his commandments. You got moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and sacrificial law. Sacrificial law was done away with when the Mashiach Yahushua was the Lamb of the Most High, the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. As it says in Acts 5, 30 and 31. Repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. Say, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. See that? Going to be 4 gates. North, south, east, and west. There's going to be 3 tribes, which make up 12 tribes. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 tribes on each gate. 3 on the north, 3 on the south, 3 on the west, 3 on the east. 3 gates. 3 tribes, on each gate, which make up 12 tribes of Israel. But listen, verse 15. But for without, those that's not going to make it, without the kingdom, are dogs. See, there it is right there. Dogs. And sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You liars, you ain't going. You whoremongers, you ain't going. You sorcerers, you witches, you ain't going. You just jumping from bed to bed, no commitment at all, you ain't going. You murderers, you don't love your brother, you not going to make it. You hate your people, the Most High said, Jacob have I loved, and you that actually physically put people to death unjustly, you not going to make it either. That's what he's saying. Go to Revelations 14 and 12. Here's the patience of the saints, who we know are the children of Israel. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach. See? That's who he's talking to. And that's what's promised to us. Everlasting life. Just a moment.